So good morning, everyone. I am your today trainer. Not trainer lah. It's called the speaker lah for today webinar section. So today the webinar topic is what is new in Business Central. So we very appreciate you taking the time to join us for this webinar. So for this webinar, actually, we'll go through 20 new features in the Business Central, and it will be highlight how they can help to improve your operation and streamline your process. So if let's say you have any question, you can put it in the chat, then I will address them later or after the webinar section. Okay, so I think you're already done. So for the agenda today, there's a 20 new feature. So later we'll go through one by one for the today section. Okay, so for the point one, for the Business Central, actually today is mostly related to the business class version. So if let's say you are in the business on-prem version, Business Central on-prem version, actually some of the feature may have in your version. But for the people who have using the on-cloud version, actually all the feature is available in your current version. So for point one is the resign column. Actually, resign column is very helpful for your operation, because if let's say you want to moving some of the field, you want to see more wife, then for this feature actually can helping you. So for here, actually, I have the small video to showing you this is a new feature actually released on Web 2, which means the last month. So you can see that if let's say, I believe some of you already have this feature, if let's say you cannot see this column like email, you can adjust on it. But in the new feature, actually, you can moving your fact box. Even in the Copilot here, you can moving bigger and smaller. So it's very easy without using any personalization. Previously, what you need to do is you need to click the setting here to select the personalization. Then you only can moving your field. Moving the column there. But for this feature, actually, you don't need to using any personalization. You can feel free to adjust whatever you want. So this also can improve your operation part. Okay. So for the second point is modern search. Okay, modern search actually also is a quite new feature in the last week. They're only coming out for this new feature. So for this modern search actually is helping you to quickly to search your MasterCard. So let's example for this one. In the older version, if let's say right now you can see I'm in the item card here. So in the item card here, if let's say you want to find one of the item, let's say example, there is a London chair. I'm using the old method using legacy search. So in using the legacy search here, I cannot find any related item because the naming is not called London chair. So come for the new feature, modern search. So if I'm using the modern search feature here, I print the London chair. Actually, system will come up the searching for you because the full name is this one. So in the old method, actually system, they cannot find more details. But in the new feature, but remember, you need to take the use modern search. But there's a one-time tick. When you tick next time you come in, system will remember for this feature for you. So when using this one, actually they will have the full text. It's not only the character matching. Then you apply the and logic inside there. So that's why London and chair. So they'll help you to finding the information based on what you key in. So this is the second point for the new feature in the latest Business Central. So for the point number 3 is the analysis mode. This one is not for this few months new feature. Actually, it's a year 2025 feature. It's the quite new feature. But I also repeat for this one because this is very useful feature for everyone. Because the analysis mode is a very powerful feature, so they can help you to analyze your data directly in the listing page. And it's something like the Excel feature, like the pivot table for you to build right into your Business Central. So in the analysis mode here, okay, so in the analysis mode here, back to the past. If let's say you want to doing the pivot table, what you need to do, you need to export to Excel using the function. After that, you need to doing in your Excel, but it cannot update back in your system. So anything you still need to go back in the Excel to preview all your analysis. But with the latest version, you can easily to shift your listing data into the pivot mode. So you can see here, this is the one we're using is the sales order. Okay, so in the sales order here, there is a analysis mode. You can click on this function and season, actually they will coming out in the analysis mode for you. So in the analysis mode is something like the pivot table. So you can tell system that right now I want to see which field you want to analyze your data. So for this step, actually, you can easily to share among in your company. You can shift back anytime. So this one, if let's say you want to go back to see your sales order listing, what you can do is just click the analysis mode back. The system will going back to this listing for you. Okay, so this is for the example to showing you for the sales order. So not only for the sales order, so in the analysis mode, they can apply for a lot of the page. Actually, it's almost all the page. Okay, so this is some of the sample use cases for you to know. So let's say example in the sales order listing. So in the sales order listing is, let's say you want to analyze your outstanding sales order. So actually you can analyze your sales order by the region, by customer, by amount. Even you want to doing the analyze for your sales order with the shipment there, actually you can feel free to using the analyze mode to doing your analysis. So second example is mostly people will use it is the item ledger entry. If let's say you are using the item card. So for the item ledger entry, actually you can let your inventory level across the location, the lot information, the remaining quantity, or actually you can using the analysis mode to helping you for your operation. So the third one, there's mostly people were using is a posted purchase invoice. You want to see your vendor, what is the payment status, and what is the received information. They actually can using the analysis mode also. The last is very useful for most of the company is analyze your GL entry. So for the GL entry, what you can do in the grouping example, you can group by your cost center, you can group by your department, especially for your expenses account. So expenses account, you can see that what is the department, the expenses for your GL. So you can easily using the analysis mode to helping you. You no need to doing your manual job in your Excel right now. Okay, so there's just like I mentioned, there is a lot of the feature for the analysis mode for the sample only. So actually they have more and more feature you can using in your different page and the mastercard to doing the analysis. So when you have the time, actually you can play around to find furthermore, it can helping you for your operation. So for the point number 4. For the point number 4, actually is a lot of the people is asking Copilot AI. Right now, a lot of people say AI. They want to see that how AI can helping your job. So in the Microsoft, actually they're also coming for the AI feature. So we call this called Copilot in the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. So with this AI Copilot, so with this AI powerful feature in BC, there's many concept is actually to be more functional and task-oriented as compared to the general AI like the ChatGPT. Okay, so in the Copilot in the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, actually they're helping you to enhance your productivity, streamline your workflow, and reduce some of the manual effort from your side. Okay, so for the Copilot here, so for the Copilot agent capability here, actually there is a administration page for you to enable the function. So actually you can easily to turn on you in this page. So it's very easy. You don't need to do any setting. So it's very fast, a very good feature for you to do that. Okay. So for here, let's say I taking for the chat for this Copilot feature, I was talking about to let you know how it can helping you in the operation, right? Okay, so this is a little bit for the difference between the Business Central Copilot, built-in Copilot versus the public AI, like example, the ChatGPT normally we are using. Copilot built-in is mainly for business process optimization, and it's work with your company business data, which means that they will helping you is within the Business Central data. Okay, and this is also they will aware and know your Business Central table, relationship and rule. So that's easy can helping you for your operation. So for the public AI, like the ChatGPT, DeepSeek, actually is more general. Okay, the answer is very broad and range large. So which means that they lack of the ERP specific information like the table they do not know. So there's a difference between the Business Central, built-in Copilot, and also the ChatGPT, the public AI example. Okay. So for the Copilot chat here, actually, I can give you some of the example on how we can actually using the Copilot chat. So right now, you can see here, there is the button, there's a feature here, Copilot. Okay, so you also can see your Business Central, you also have this feature. So when you click this Copilot feature here, function, system will prompt out this tab for you. They will prompt this one for you. So you can ask a question. Okay, so let's say example, you can see right now I ask, show customer group by their location. I just tell them I want to see my customer grouping by their location. So which means their reason. So this one actually I can key in like this. So when I key in already, and when I click the open analysis tab here, system will prompt out for me to doing the analysis for me already. So this is the grouping by the Copilot in the Business Central. So from here, they help me to grouping. This is the country and what is the customer. So if let's say you want to have the more view showing in this analysis mode, actually you can from here to tell system, let's say example, you want to see the amount balance. So you can tick, then system will immediately to show the information for you. So this one is like the pivot in your Excel feature. Okay, so next scenario, I will showing you how it's helping for your posted document. So second sample is I tell Copilot to show outstanding posted sales invoice group by customer. So I want to see, which means I want to see all the outstanding sales invoice yet to receive the payment from my customer. And you can see, Copilot also give me the explanation and reference if you want to expand it further. So they say that you can filter my outstanding posted sales invoice where the remaining amount is greater than 0 and group them by sales to customer on this page. So actually they can tell you from which page also can doing that. But when you just key in your question, they will immediately help you to doing the analysis. Okay, so this is the analysis. There's a grouping by the Copilot. They will showing the customer number remaining for you. Same goes if let's say you want to see the due date, you still can pull out the due date in your analysis view here. Okay, next example. The next example is analyze the customer, analyze your customer. Okay, so for this scenario, is I just want to tell, I just tell the Copilot, show me the last posted sales invoice for this customer at the corporation. Okay, so I just tell Copilot, help me to find. So when I click enter, immediately to help me to find, this is the last posted sales invoice. So for you, some of the operation, they will think that I want to know which this customer or this vendor, there is the last purchase. Mostly we're doing the analyze for our customer, the last purchase by this customer. So maybe you want to give some special discount, you want to adjust your credit limit based on the last their history, the sales history. So you can using this method easily. So if without the Copilot, you need to go to the customer card, you need to find and then doing a sorting. So there's a lot of the steps. So it's not so easy. But with the Copilot, you just key in your question, then immediately they will help you to find for you. Even you can see the document information, what you're selling to this customer. Okay, so this is the Copilot chat function. Okay, so the Copilot chat, they also can combine with the analysis list. Okay, how to do that? So for this one, which means that right now you can see I'm open the item ledger entry. Okay, so I open the item ledger entry. I can using the Copilot to help me to group it. So I will tell system that help me to group only sales entry by month, by document, type, by item. Okay, so what's the difference with the Copilot chat and also the Copilot analysis list? In the Copilot chat, actually, they have quite more, because this one is a specific table. Copilot chat actually is outside there. When you key in, you ask a question. If let's say you're giving the instruction not so clear enough, then the result will be too general. So it may need to pull more data from multiple tables for you. But for this one, I go into the item ledger entry listing here. So I go to the specific page and I'm using analysis from the Copilot feature. I key in whatever I want. So which means that they were doing the analysis based on this page for you. So which means you can get more details and the result can be more accurate based on what you want. Okay. So for here, I click generate and they will help me to analyze my item ledger entry here. So you can see they help me to grouping by the month, by the type, okay, and the value from here. Same goes if let's say you want to see the posting date, then you also can pull the posting date here. So it's very easy. Okay. So this is a Copilot analysis list. So the next one is very helpful for the finance department. Okay, Copilot also can using with together with the bank account reconciliation. Okay, previously in the Navision version or the Business Central version without the Copilot, if let's say you want to doing the bank recall, what first method is you need to doing the manual matching. Second method is you can using the import bank statement function. So you can import the CSV file from the bank, import to the bank recon page here, doing the matching. But come with the Copilot, there's a good feature for you. Because if let's say you're using the method like the just now first method and second method, if let's say the bank statement are posted as a lump sum amount for you, if let's say you made the payment for 2 transactions, so you want just one time, one transaction journal to post a lump sum value. So it's very hard for the system to checking on the mapping for that. So often the system actually they cannot automatically matching them to the multiple entry for the same vendor or customer. So there's a mapping issue. You need to doing the check. You need to put some time doing the checking. But come with the Copilot. Actually, the Copilot here, they will help you to find there is any multiple entry that can match within for one of the bank transaction. So if you think which is okay, you can click keep it and you can continue to that. So in future Copilot to know that you allow them to matching multiple entry to a single bank statement line. So you can see this is a sample. Just now here there's a 2 entry, total amount is 625. With the Copilot, they will help you to say that it's a match multiple entry. So they will propose you for this one. So you keep it, then in future they will know. So this one also can increase your process. So you can very fast to finish your bank recon for monthly. Okay. So next here, Copilot also they can helping you to doing the other matching like this scenario. So you can see I have the bank charges in my bank statement. Because you're using the import bank statement method, then there's a bank charges. Every month you have the bank charges. Okay. But the bank charges normally, what will you found this one? When you're doing the bank record, you take your statement, you found the bank charge, then you manually key in the system, doing the posting, then you're doing the bank record. So this is a normal process for the finance part. It's come with a Copilot. When you're using the import bank statement method, import your CSV file bank statement in the system. Definitely, they will have the bank charge transaction showing here. But in the system, you didn't posting yet. Come with the Copilot. They will find this transaction and they will propose you. So you can see they will propose you to post to 6810 account, GL account number. Why? Because here there is a naming for charges. So they will know. But there is a proposed by them. So at the end, the decision is you want to make decision whether you want to accept for this or not. So you can post differences to GL account. You can tell system, I want to post. They just propose you can tell system, yes, I want to post. Of course, if let's say you want to click post different to GL account, you still can preview the journal, preview everything, the transaction before you doing the posting. So this is how Copilot can help in your bank reconciliation. Okay, so there's a old Copilot, the feature. This is for the year 2025. Actually, they have this feature. So right now I have the two Copilot feature is released on last week only. Okay. So the point number 5 is a release on last week. It's called Copilot Summarize. Okay. So this is how they can helping you to summarize your Mastercard and document page. Okay. So let's go for here the small video. So you can see there's a Copilot summary. Let's say right now I'm going to the customer listing. So I open one of the customer. So I open one of the customer. When the customer here, actually they have the there's a fact box here. So the fact box here, actually you can click to open. So when I open the fact box here, oh no, so sorry. So when I open the fact box here, come again, so sorry. Just now I click already. So I open the customer, I open the fact box. So the fact box here, there is a summary here. So Copilot will help you to doing the summary for this customer. They will tell you the customer, the total sales for the physical year and what is the profit. And they'll tell you the outstanding and do you have any invoice outstanding. So you can click show more here. So when you click the show more, they will help you to pop out the Copilot chat here. When they pop out the Copilot chat, they will doing the further summary for you. Okay. So there's of course, if let's say you have the more data, they need some time to doing the summary for you. So these are also based on the data. Okay. So you let them to run for that to doing the summary for you. Okay. So from here, you can see they'll tell you there's a just now it's the same here, but they have the further summary for you. So they'll tell you there is a how many ongoing sales order, what is the credit limit, and what is the profit. So the last payment, everything they were showing from the summary. So which means you no need to check one by one. So this one also is another job for the finance department. You need to check one is the last payment. If let's say you want to adjust the credit limit, you want to see the behavior, everything. So this is a good feature for you. Okay. So from here, you can see there is I also can click the feature to open for that. So right now, I have clicked that there's a 7 ongoing sales order. So when I click the 7, this Copilot will help me to open my sales order listing here. Okay, so there's a 7 ongoing sales order still open it. So when I open already, I can open one of the sales order. So in the sales order page here also have the Copilot summary feature for you. Okay, so there's a same goal is in the fact box here. So they're doing the summary for me. So the summary for this sales order, not for the customer already. Because just now it's in the customer listing, they will summarize for the customer card information. Right now I open the sales order. So they will summarize for the sales order information for me. They will tell you there's a due date and what is the payment term and what is the value this sales order is open and all the information for here. And this summary is not only happen in the sales part, it's also happen it's also have the feature in the vendor. So today I just showing you the sales part. So for the vendor, you also can doing the analysis for the vendor card. You also can doing the analysis for your purchase order, purchase invoice, those things. So this is all you can do it using the Copilot summary. So it may be your feature you haven't have this information because right now Microsoft is scheduling doing the update in your environment. So this is the one last 2 days actually our database is already reflected new feature. So if let's say you haven't seen this, let Microsoft to have some time, at least 1 to 2 weeks to schedule the update for you. Okay. So next is also the new feature. There's a last week new feature for the Copilot for the partner apps. Okay. So Copilot, they can help you now can answer using the documentation from the third party. It's not only the Microsoft source. Because just how to mention the Copilot, they will help you to evaluate for your giving you the information based on your business central. So right now, if let's say you have the add-on for the third-party apps, like example, mostly you are using our ACTE invoice add-on module. So using the Copilot, this part, actually, they can helping you to find the more information for you. Okay, so from here, I can tell the Copilot But firstly, you need to go to this page first lah, because this is the extension first, page. What are the add-on module you add in your environment? What you subscribe? Okay. So from here, I'm taking the e-invoice for the example for you. So I can tell Copilot what is ACT e-invoice. Before the new update, system they tell you I cannot find enough document information to answer your question. So they don't know. With the new feature, there is a one and setting you need to enable it. Only the one step set up for the smarter answer for you. So you need to enable the Bing search. So you no need to do any extra configuration. You just click on this one. Copilot will help you to search relevant the partner extension document to support your query. Okay, so when I enable for this, so you can see there is a function. You say, what is the ACT e-invoice? I ask the same question. They will tell you. E-invoice app is a solution designed to integrate your ERP system. So they'll blah, blah, blah to give you all the information. Okay, how they can get it? You can see they also give you the link. Actually, this one is get from which website. Okay, so you can click for this one and they will help you to link to our website to set the e-invoice information. So this is also the new feature for you to know, so you can know what is the add-on module you are using right now. Okay, so this is all the Copilot and AI in the Business Central. They are the more feature in your Copilot. But today, because of time constraint, I just let you know a few features it will be helping for your operation. They still have a few features, like example, they can help you to item substitute. They will help you to advise this store for function. So you can have the time to pre-allow for your BC Copilot function. Okay. So next, going to the point number 7. There's an Excel layout report. They will helping you. Okay. Excel layout report feature in the Business Central. Actually, it's allow you to create, customize, export, and re-import back using the Excel. But this is a certain report actually they can using for this feature. Okay, so now you can easily to doing your Excel report directly inside the PC. So you can also, if let's say your colleague have the permission to access this report, then they also can see the same layout based on what you design. Okay, so let's go to for this. From the report customize, because for the report normally you want to customize, you need to ask your partner. Which means is a CRT to helping you to design your report. Or some of the report is from the Microsoft default one, and mainly is in the PDF file. Of course, you also can export to the Excel format, okay? But if you want to do any analysis, then which means that you're not able to do that unless you tell us you want to do a design for that. Okay, so back to the past. System not allow you to re-import the Excel structure after we modify. If you export to Excel, you want to doing modify, you want to insert the chart inside the pivot, everything, you cannot import back to the Business Central. But with the latest BC, actually you can adjust your Excel file. You can insert the table, you can doing the pivot, and you doing the design ready, you import back to the Business Central. So the structure, they will automatically update in the Business Central, and you can export the report out in the Excel. Okay. So this is a sample I just let you see. So I export the vendor order details report. This is mostly we were using for that. Okay. I export the vendor order details report in the Excel, insert the chart, insert the pivot information here. So when I done the design, I re-import the Excel to the Business Central. Okay, so anyone who generate this report from the Business Central, they can export when they generate, they can export to Excel method, then they will see the sample like this. So which means there is any changes from here, so you still can get the update from the system, and the chart also will make the changes for that. So this is a quite good feature for you to helping you. So every time you can get the refresh from the system. You don't need to export and doing the manual way. And then if let's say next month you want to generate the report again, you need to export to the Excel and doing the manual way again. So this one you done the design, import, every month you print, then they will get the refresh for you. Okay, So this one can helping you the flexibility to design your Excel report without any coding knowledge. Okay, so let's go to the point number 8 is a notification on job queue. Okay, so for this one, if let's say your job queue field, mostly right now you're using it is a e-invoice lah, because you're doing the submission, you want to using a job queue, how to run it for that. Okay, so if let's say there's field ready, you don't know. Unless someone like the admin, they go in and check, then you only know. But if let's say the job queue is done by you and your colleague found it, why my e-invoice status no update? Then they don't know because the job queue is created by you. They don't know the job queue is filled already. Okay, so this one job queue, actually they can combine with the Power Automate feature. Later I talk a bit the Power Automate feature in my last point. Okay, because the Power Automate, they can help you to automate your process flow to inform you. Okay, so for the job queue administrator, okay, assisting the job queue function, if let's say there's only notification to tell that job queue field ready and is showing in the busy dashboard. So they are showing the busy dashboard. For only those job queue, if let's say the job queue created by me, but there's a field ready, you cannot see, only me can see. Okay, with the new feature, we can set a job queue administrator, one administrator, two administrator, whatever you can do in the setting. So the administrator, they can view all the job queue status. So which means your company IT or the admin, so anyone they assign for that already, then they can monitor the job queue, all the job queue status. Okay, so for here, if let's say I assign the username who will be the administrator already, so after assign, you can see, they can see all the status from here, even the field here in the dashboard. So when you open your PC immediately, you can see which job queue already filled. Because job queue, normally you will like to run on the night time. So if let's say next day coming in, you didn't log into the system, you don't know anything. Okay, but for this one, administrator, they can help you to control, to check all the job queue status. Okay, so for the job queue, also they can combine with the Power Automate. They can send you the email to inform you. Okay, so for this example, so we can have the external email notification by activate the email automate job queue notification. By doing this, we need to add the workflow to tell system whenever there is a job queue field, we want to receive the email notification. Okay, so from here you can see there's an automate job queue notification. Okay, so you can doing the setting using this. So they were working with the Power Automate. So when I enable for this is a sample. So from here, there's a sample. You can see this sample. After set the automate job queue notification, a new workflow will be created in the Power Automate portal. This is the portal. When there's any job queue field, you will receive the email mention that the job process scheduled by which company. Okay, they can have this all information. So this action is easy for your administrator to get the real-time notification. So when job queue is filled, especially the job queue just I mentioned is run on the midnight, right? So administration next day they forgot to open the PC to see, so they can based on the email to know for that. So this is a real time. They can immediately to know what is happened, and they can immediately to track from the system for this. So this one is working with the Power Automate together, and the administrator, they can control everything. They have someone to overview everything for you. Okay, so this is the sample just I mentioned. What is the job queue? By scheduled by who? Which company? So they're showing all the information. This is the email sample for your information. Okay, so going to the point number 9. Point number 9 is a sensitive field monitoring. Okay, sensitive field monitoring actually is help the user or the system admin to trace for those sensitive or critical data to avoid unauthorized user to modify the data. Like example, the bank account number, the customer credit limit. This also will help you to giving you the real-time notification to the system admin whenever someone modified this those sensitive field. Okay, so there's a function in the system is called data classification worksheet. There's allowed to classify our data based on our data sensitive. For example, right now in the customer card, I want to tell system that this field is sensitive. Okay. When the customer block already, this is a sensitive field. So from here, after the data changes into sensitive already, then next we go to the monitoring setup field. Monitoring field worksheet, and then you can tell system that you want to modify lah. You want to inform you, notify you when there's a customer card already blocked. So in this page, so when someone they modify the field, you will receive the email to saying that someone who want to change the field and showing data and showing the date when and date and time to inform you who trying to change. Original field is blocked, field is blank, new field is all, so they'll inform you. So this one also is very useful to helping you to control, cannot allow them to help you to changing the sensitive field, like the, just now I mentioned the, I think it's a block and the credit limit is a more important for your finance part, even the bank account. Okay, so this one also can helping you for you to control for your operation part. For the point number 10 is the retention policy. Okay, retention policy, this feature is allowed the system administrator to control how long data is you want to keep in the specific table before it's deleted or archived automatically. For example, we can take the change log entry. In some of the company, they will enable the change log entry. They want to see who modified the field. So for the audit trace purpose. So when you enable your change log entry, there's generate a large number of records. And over time, those reports can consume a lot of your database storage. So with the retention policy here, we can define a validity period for this data. So which means that you can tell system when you automatic delete for you, okay? Or system will automatic delete or archive depend on your setting. This will help you to keep your database clean and optimized. Okay, so this is the retention policy setup. Okay, so from here, you can example I'm taking for the change log entry for this scenario. Okay, so in the retention policy setup, I can tell system every 1 month or 6 months or 1 year, I want to clear the log entry. So you don't need every time go in to delete manually lah. So you can set out those entries to be cleared by retention policy with the validity or expired period. So it's helpful for you to maintain your database size. So this is mostly for the administrator using this kind of the function is very helpful. Okay, so let's go to the point 11, OneDrive integration for document attachment. Okay, so for here, looks for the OneDrive integration for the document attachment in the PC. In the past, when we want to attach document like the quotation, the invoice, product image, or any supporting document in your master data or in your sales order, purchase order, invoice, everything. So if let's say in previous function, actually when you're doing the save, they will increase your database. But right now, actually, they can integration with your OneDrive. So for this action, actually, they not only increase, they can help you to maintain for your database. Because a lot of people say you cannot attach too much. Even during the training, I will tell you, you cannot attach so much. If you attach so much, your database will be increased. So you need to consider to increase your database size. Sorry. So come with the latest OneDrive integration. You can store and open in your OneDrive. So this one, they will impact your database. So this is easy for you to manage your database size. So from here, you need to enable the setting to tell system, right now you want to keep in your OneDrive. By enable connect your file to the cloud. So when you already enable this feature, in your My setting here, actually you can tell system that right now the cloud storage want to go into your OneDrive. So when you link this already, any attachment you attach, so they will go into your OneDrive folder. System will automatically create one folder for you called Business Central, and they will show you the company name. So that's easy if let's say you manage two or three, more than one company, 2 or 3 company. So they are showing the different company names. So easy for you to search your attachment also. So it's provide more secure. So only you can share your permission to someone else, they only can see for this document. Okay, so this is a OneDrive integration for document attachment. So next, going to the point 12 is the various block. Various block actually is not everyone to using the various for the item by various, but this is a quite good feature. So I just let you know if let's say you're not using the item by various, then you can enable for this feature. Okay, variant block actually is set up using to stop user from selecting or posting the transaction for the specific item variants without blocking the entire item, because in the past, if you want to block the item variants, you cannot do that. You need to block the whole item card. So it's not so practical. So come with the new feature. Actually, you can block the by various item variants. So this is the previous version. There's no any blocking feature here. This is a new version in your item variants. Actually, you can see there's a block by whole blocking, sales, service, or purchase. Even you can block by different module for that. Okay, so for this one, it's mostly like example, you have item with the different color. You don't want to create multiple item card. You're using one item because it's the same item, pricing will be the same, only the different color or different size. So if let's say no longer to use the one of the color, then you can block for this one. Like this example, I want to block by blue carpet. So I can tell this I want to block for this one. So even this is a minor feature, but it is useful for those who are using item variants. Okay, so next we're going to the point 13 here. This is a multiple posting group. Actually, this feature is quite wrong already. I think in the past few months already, even the early of the year 2025. But I still thinking this is the new feature to let you know because it's very good for the finance department. Okay, so this multiple posting group is a feature that's allowed us to assign different posting group to our customer, vendor. So this depends on the transaction scenario. So this one is provide more flexibility and better control over your financial posting. Instead of using only one default posting group, the system can apply multiple posting group based on the conditions such as the specific customer or vendor you want to sell to local or export. And this is the same customer card. You don't want to create a multiple because it's a same customer. The only thing, sometimes you sell to local, sometimes you sell to overseas. So you can using multiple posting group to manage for your customer card, easy for you to doing your transaction. Okay, so this one you can set post to the different geo account because local and overseas is the different geo account you want to manage. So from here, how to enable? In the sales and receivable setup here, there's a two field called allow multiple posting group. So you can enable for this feature you want, and you can check multiple posting group, alternate group lah. So for this one, you can have the enable for this. Same goes for the purchase and payable. You can enable that. And there is a, when you're going to the customer posting group, you can tell system, this domestic here, I can have the alternative customer posting group is the foreign. So you can set multiple using this setting. So the setting is in the customer posting group, not in the customer card, must be remembered. So when you enable for that already, there is a sample result. If let's say it means I already enable and done the setting. Okay. So when I create the sales order, so you can see the customer posting group here, there's a drop down field option for you. So which means you can select the different posting group. If let's say you didn't enable, you didn't set the alternative option for that, then they not allow you to select. They don't have this drop down list for you to select the different posting group. Okay, so this is very useful because this will help us have the better financial segmentation, more flexibility for the accounting. So back to the old time, a lot of the company, they want to achieve for this. They need to create a multiple customer card to manage. But come from here, you just only using this, you change another posting group, then they can get your result already. So this is very helpful for the finance to streamline your process. Okay, so there's a next point is the reminder automation. So I'm not sure how many of you have sent a reminder for your customer. So if you're using a reminder before, you realize if let's say you need to manually create the reminder every month. Okay. So in the latest PC, there is a feature called reminder automation. So this will help you to automate the process of managing overdue customer invoice. The system can automatically help you to generate, schedule, and send reminder to your customer based on the predefined rules based on your design. Help your business improve the cash flow and reduce the manual follow-up. Because for the AR, you always need to call, then follow out the payment, or you want to generate your reminder. So this taking you a lot of the time. So come with the new feature, they can help you easily. Okay, so let's go to the reminder automation here. You can set out your reminder automation here. So you can set out the email template and also the frequency of the reminder and number of reminder in the reminder automation page here. Okay, so for here, you can set out the reminder to remind your customer for outstanding by weekly, by monthly, quarterly, depend how frequency you want. Okay, and also the start date you can define for here. So when you're done for this part, actually you can, system can help you to send out automatically. But from here, just like I mentioned, they can help you create, issue, and send. Okay, so from here, they have 3 parts here. So create, issue, send. If you want these 3 actions to be automated, then you can enable for these 3. If you want system help you to create an issue, but you want to send by yourself, you can enable first and second. If let's say you want system to help you to create and send, but verification still want to done by you, actually you can enable the action create and send without the issue. Issue you need to verify before you tell system to set. So this one is flexible. You want to enable which one you want. Okay. So this flexibility for you to configure and automate the process, no need to do it manual flow out with the customer anymore. So this is a new feature for you. So for send the reminder setup, you can decide you want to attach the invoice document with the reminder together or not. So even here, you can tell system you want to attach together for that. So there's attach invoice document. So you can tell system you want to attach for that. So when you're done for this, you can enable the job queue. Okay, so you need to enable for that to start for the system to help you to send the reminder based on your setting. So this is also a very good feature for the finance department. They can helping you. So next, we're going to the next point. Okay, next point is a cancel production order with consumption. This is most for the manufacturing industry customer. So for the previous version, when you're using the production order, you will realize if you posted the consumption or your work center capacity without the output for some reason, so system will block you to finish your production order. So what you need to do? So you need to doing a dummy posting for your output to allow you to finish, or else your WIP cost cannot go into your finished good cost. So you're very happy. I still need to doing the dummy output posting. Okay, with the new feature here, you can easily to cancel your production order even you don't have the output. Okay, when you have the consumption, the cost will help you to move to the adjustment account as part of the production cost. So system will still consider your costing, the consumption you're posting, how to manage for that. So you must set out your general posting group lah. You must set out the posting group, which account you want to go into. So system actually they're going to the inventory adjustment account. Must very remember which account they are going to. So you need to set up based on your setting. Okay, how it works? So there is a setting here. You need to take allow finished production order with no output. Okay, so when you have this ready, you need to configure for that. And when you're doing the finished production order, there is a finished order boolean here. You can enable. If you didn't enable that, you can see this feature is offline. You're not allowed to tick anything. So system still give you the facility you want to enable this or not. Okay. So for here, if you enable it already, okay. So from here, actually, you can reverse your production order transaction from the item ledger entry and capacity ledger entry. So for item ledger entry, there's a type of output and capacity, the action created in the item journal for the type for output lah. So they'll help you to doing the transaction from their end lah. So they'll have the logic behind there to having to that. But firstly, you need to click from this one to complete the action for that. Okay. So for the next, it's a reopen finish production order. Okay. This is for the older version. When there's a production order is finished, and it maybe you found that there's a consumption is missing. Oh my God, I forgot to post my consumption. If I want to do using the item journal to adjust, then my costing part is incorrect already. So what you need to do, you need to do a lot of the job. You need to create a new production order again to consume your finished good, consume your additional consumption, and you need to post the output, and you need to only can capture the correct cost. So this one, a lot of the steps you need to do. Okay, so with the latest version, the new feature here, actually, they can help you. In the latest version, you need to make sure the inventory costs are correct. You can using the reopen function in the finished production order page to make the adjustment. Okay, how to do that? So this is your finished production order. There is a new feature called reopen. It's like your sales order, your purchase order, you can reopen, right? But there's a before posting. But for here, actually, when you finish already, you can reopen for that. Okay, so when you reopen, system will going back to the release production order. You can still doing additional consumption for your production order, and you can close again, finish again. So system will capture the actual cost based on what you consume for that. But however, to protect your data, there are a few restrictions from the Business Central. Okay, you must remember, only reopen order only one time. You cannot every time, wrong already, I need to reopen again. So for the Business Central, they only allow you open one time. Okay, so you cannot reopen the order if there's no output and cost was written off to a adjustment account, which means just now back to the last point, you have the consumption but no output, you can finish it. So for the reopen part, if let's say you have the last point scenario, you cannot bring the reopen for that scenario because that's going to the adjustment account, not going to your finished good account. So system not allow you to do that. There's a 2 point you must be remember when there is a happen. If let's say not under this 2 point, then you can reopen your finished production order. Okay, so the next point, there is also for the manufacturing industry, there's a 3 point for manufacturing module. Okay, for this is a non-inventory item in the production BOM. Okay, so this one is, if let's say there's a non-inventory item, it's part of your component. Okay, so you can tell system that right now you can insert the non-inventory item in your production BOM, and you can tell system this one is part of your finished good or not part of your finished good, or you can doing the setting from the system. So this is the production BOM. So in the production BOM here, you can add the non-inventory in the production BOM just like I mentioned. So this is a sample. It may be this is a very small component you don't want to pop in as the inventory item. You pop in as the non-inventory item, but you still can put it inside here to tell system that how many quantity you want to consume for that, for your recipe. Okay, so come to the production order. System can tell you for the non-inventory material, what is the cost for here. If they say there is a cost, then they'll help you to print the cost from here. Okay, so they have the section to showing you there is all the production material, even non-inventory production material cost also include inside here. Okay, so there is a decide whether you want to include for this non-inventory item as a part of your cost or not. So you can tell system, you can enable to tell system this is include no inventory item to the produce item. So there's a cost going inside or not. So this is all you can based on your setting. You need to decide. It's very flexible. Okay. So next, we're going to the next point. It's a GL source currency code and source amount. So for this part, this feature also, I think is starting from year 2025 already have this feature, but this is very useful for the finance department. That's why I repeat again for this new feature for you to refresh for this. So there's a flexibility to trace the source currency code and source amount. In the BC, will always convert the GL entry from your foreign currency to the local currency. So we also call LCY lah. Okay, because BC only allowed to set out the single currency in your system. So if let's say you are in currency Malaysia ringgit, then all the transaction, even yourselves in SGD, you purchase in SGD, system will help you to convert to the Malaysia ringgit. So you cannot view back the information. You need to go back to the document and you need to check for that. But from new feature here in your GL ledger entry, they have these two fields to show you what is your source currency. Immediately you can see what is the currency code and what is the value. Then immediately you will know how is the currency factor you're using before. So this one is also a good feature for the finance part. You can immediately to get the result what you want. You don't need to go to the document and going inside to check the currency factor, everything. So this is a easy step and streamline your process also. Okay. So next we're going to the point is a financial reporting. This feature is the latest release. I think it's the last week also. So because one of our customer yesterday also asking me, I want to see is it can see my financial report to showing by month, by year. Previously, it really cannot. You need to key in. But right now, you can let system to help you to calculate for you, to showing for you every month. So let's see the sample. So for this scenario, this is for the income statement. If you know using the financial report, so this is a financial report generate. I'm using the financial report design using is a income statement by period. Okay. So here from here you can see I'm using current period -1, current period -2. For you, maybe we're showing January, February, March, April, May until December. Okay. So if using this method in the past, what you're doing? That filter you need always put it as a January to tally with your first column. If let's say you put in the wrong tag, then your result you cannot get exactly what you want. So the data were incorrect. Okay. So this one there's a new feature, is very good. I tell you for the finance department. Even I also really like for this new feature. Okay, in your column design. Okay, so you need to know what is a column design. If let's say you don't know, after the section you can contact us what is a column design. Okay, this is in the column design. Column definition we call in the system called column definition. Okay, in the column definition here, you can see there's a new field added by the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, right? So this is the include that in column header. Okay, so this field, how will helping you? So from here, you can select, there's an option for you to select. You want to show by weekly, week, month and year, quarter and year and full day lah. So for me, for this scenario, I'm using month and year because yesterday, one of the customers asking me how to show the month and year. So right now I'm using this scenario using month and year. Okay, so I design month and year. So I design month and year, you can see. Right now, my financial report, I doing the date filter is November 2025. They will show me November 2025. Then -1, they will know it's October 2025, September 2025. So they will help you to do that, to showing the month and year. But they know it's October and September because your design lah, the comparison period formula you must put in lah. If not, they also don't know lah. Okay, you need to tell system the formula first. Okay, so they are showing for this. So if let's say you don't want to show, you see here showing the current period -1, -2 is still very funny, right? Because they're showing this and showing the month and year. So if let's say you don't want to showing this, what you need to do is you just remove the column header here. You leave it blank for this column header. You just include that in column header, putting what are the formula you want, the format you want. Remember, this one remove. Okay, we'll remove already. This is the result. They'll show you November, October, September. If let's say the date filter, you filter for the October 2025, then system will showing you October 2025, September 2025, August 2025, and based on your setting. So this is a very good feature for financial report. It is a financial breakthrough because a lot of the customer during the training, they'll ask, I want to see my 12-month income statement. So I always tell them, you put in January, February, March, or column header, you put in. Then every time the date filter, you need to put in for the month for date. So it's very hard for you. So next year, if let's say you want to put in the month and year, you need to key in. Every month go in, every year go in. Change the number of year, 2026, 2027, 2028. So it's very hard. So for here, there's a very good feature for finance. So you're just doing the one-time setting. Next year, you can using the same layout for you. Okay. So next, we're going to the last point for the today webinar. There's a Power Automate. Okay, Power Automate also part of the product for Microsoft. So this is useful for your business automation and the process flow. You can know when nowadays Microsoft they are extending to Copilot and the Power Automate platform. So if you know you follow the Microsoft, actually right now they keep doing extending for this feature. Okay, Power Automate is one of the product. Okay, so one of the product for the platform family. Actually, there's a quite big lah. So Power Automate is part of the product only. Okay, so product platform very big. So from here, I just giving you some scenario lah, the use case for you to know. I didn't go through because there's a lot of the setting we need to do. Okay, Power Automate that can help us to easy to trigger the notification or reminder. Okay, so this is some of the use case scenario for scenario 1 example is a sales order release. So whenever the sales order is released, I can doing the Power Automate setting to set that to trigger a notification to inform the warehouse to saying that the sales order already released. So they can get ready to prepare the shipment. So the warehouse, they can get ready to prepare this. They don't have any time constraint like I need to go to the warehouse to inform them or I send the email, then they don't know. Okay, so this one there's can immediately to trigger the notification to inform by email everything. Okay, so for the second scenario is the sales shipment poster. Okay, sales shipment poster actually when the warehouse already posts a sales shipment. So with the Power Automate, when there is a shipment is posted, then what you can do is you can ask system to trigger the reminder to the finance, or even you can direct send the DO to your customer. So this is all can done in the Power Automate. Okay, same go for the purchase part. They also can doing the same like purchase already done the receiving. You can trigger the notification to inform the finance. You need to post the invoice ready. But of course, before you post the invoice, you still need your purchaser to give you all the document doing the three-way matching. So this one is still the same, but there's just a notification to inform you. Okay. So another one that's also very good for the auto contact registration for this one, the scenario 10. Okay, so when someone is registered, actually you can doing the setting is someone register them as your contact. So you also can ask Power Automate to with the PC together to auto create the contact card in your business central. So this is a both way setting to have the integration part for this. Okay, so they are the some of the Power Automate. This is the sample created in the Power Automate portal. So this is a Power Automate portal. So you can connect those Power Automate with your PC Club. Okay, PC Club. So for the year 2026, actually, we're planning to conduct the Power Automate training, but we haven't confirmed the date. We're still in planning. So we will announce the date once there's confirmed. So there's welcome everyone to join the Power Automate. It can helping you more and more in your operation. And there's a sending a notification can help you to resolve for your communication issue, and then can help you to streamline your process to send out the document to your customer, everything, even for your internal department for that. Okay. So that's all for the today's section for the 20 new feature in the Business Central. There are many more enhancements we did not cover today because the time constraint 1 hour. So you can explore them more in the online, and we also didn't go through the setting, everything. So if you're interested in anything, you still can search from the online, or you can contact our Teams member for assist. So for the feature in available in 2025, if customer they are using on cloud version, automatic you can enjoy the new feature just like I mentioned on cloud version. If you are using the Business Central on-prem, or you are using in the Navision version, and welcome if let's say you are interested in the upgrade your current version to the later version or moving to cloud, you feel free to contact our sales team for more detail. So this is our sales team email. Even you also can contact our support team or me if let's say you are interested to upgrade your version to the Business Central latest version or the on cloud version. So you can drop the message to us. So we will contact you for let you know the more information. Okay. So now goes to the Q&A section. So if you have any any question, you can ask. Let me see any message. Okay, no message. So do you have any question before we end today's section? Okay. Yes. Yes, Zui.
Sorry, accidentally clicked.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so if you any question, you can, if you're shy to ask, you can type. Okay, so if you don't have any question, then you can please help me to scan this post-event feedback form for this event and to tell us what is the next event you want to know. Can you show again how to do, let me see. Can you show again how to do the chart analysis just now? Okay. Hold on that. You mean the chart analysis, which one you mean the chart for account, See your question again. Okay, I go back to the chart for account. Analysis mode in chart for account. Let me see which one you're talking about. Okay, just now the chart analysis. Okay, let me share the screen again. Okay, so just now is asking, can you show again how to do the chart analysis just now? Okay, so this is the analysis, chart analysis. How it's come to? Right now I'm using the item ledger entry. So for this customer, you are not using the item, so you can using the GL ledger entry also okay, general ledger entry also okay. So you can click on the Copilot here, and there's an analysis mode lah. So when you tick this one, there's a picture here. So system will come out the list for you. You can doing the pivot whatever you want. When you click in already, actually there is the bottom here, there's analysis, this chat, this prompt coming out for you. So when you go in already, you can this prompt, actually you key in to tell the system what are the information you want to do in the grouping, which means you no need to doing the manual like you want to call the pivot table. You need to call the field one by one and moving yourself. You can using this prompt to key in what are the one you want to doing the mapping, what you want to doing the sorting for that. Then you can key in, then you click the generate, then they'll help you to doing the design based on what you want. So I hope I answer your query. Okay, so anything else question? I saw someone, welcome. I saw someone is typing right now, so let's wait for this user. For financial report, I saw you put -1P, 2P for comparison period formula. In my case, I want to display 12-month debt filter. There's the report should show November, December, right? But my display November, January. Okay. So debt filter. You need to put in the debt filter for the January. You need to put in the debt filter for January 2025. So this one also need to check with your comparison period formula also. So for your case later, you can send me your design. You can screenshot design. You can send the email to me or by meeting chat. Then later I will help you to see for that. I believe this is a combination comparison period formula and the debt filter you key in the wrong one. So the result cannot get what you want. Okay. So anyone, any question? Okay, so if you all don't have any question before the webinar end, I will share the screen. Please help me to scan. Give me some post-event feedback for me, and you also can give us know what are the topic you are interested to know more. So we will arrange from my end. We will take consideration for the next event section. So please help me to scan the scan for post-event feedback form here. So if you scan already, so you give the feedback already, thanks for your today's section. Thank you for you to take your time to attend today's section. I hope this all the feature can helping you to streamline your process, to also help you to easy for your workload for that. So thank you everyone to attend today's section. So I will put in this scan in this meeting chat. So if let's say I will still be here for another 5 minutes. If let's say you have any question, you still can write in the meeting chat form. Okay, thank you everyone.